Hi everyone. Well, I've finished entering my course information and next I'm ready to enter my competencies. So we need to go into the course competencies section. So in the left navigation bar, I'm going to click course competencies and then I need to choose course competencies beneath that to get it to appear on the right. So we'll click course competencies. We can see that I have nothing to display yet. So I'll click the edit button on the right. For each section, you need to click edit, and that section's displayed. Now I'm going to add a competency, so I'll click the plus sign found to the right of add competency. And what's nice about this screen is I can put in my verb and check the level very simply. So my first one has a verb of identify. I'll go to the right and click search. And so it gives me the domain as well as the level. Now this level is understanding, which is too low, so I need to find another verb. What I can do, if I look at the select a verb list, it shows me versions of identify because that's how we searched. But I'm going to clear my search. And what's nice is I have this nice long verb list that I can look at. So I'm going to go down. This can spark some ideas, and I think determine might be a good verb. So I'm going to select that verb and it tells me the domain and the level. So this is evaluating. That's a great level. I will apply that verb to my competency. It appears down here. So now I can type the rest of my competency. So this is going to be to determine the best ebook file format to use in a work setting. So I've typed that, it looks good. I'll click save. And now my domain and my level are listed there, which is a helpful reminder to me. And the status is WIP, which stands for work in progress. The status of everything here will be WIP until your project is approved. So you don't really need to worry about the status at this point. Once your project has been approved, that will be an active status. And then if you ever expire a competency, which will be what you do instead of deleting competencies once they're active, it could also be listed as expired. All right, so we've entered a competency that way. I'm going to add an additional competency, and this time I'm going to just type it down here. So I'm going to type in my competency. I have to be able to type to do this. Okay. Now, when I save this, you'll notice my domain and my level aren't listed. It's a good idea to double check your levels to make sure you've got them at the appropriate level. So I'm going to go back and edit this one and type in that keyword or verb of modify. When I click search, it's going to show me, oh, this is cognitive and it's applying. So that's a great level. I can apply this verb, and in this case, what it does is below it does identify the domain and level. You could always select those manually yourself. So I'll click save, and that competency is ready. There's another way to enter competencies that I want to show that is really nice, because many times you've written these competencies maybe in a Word document ahead of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the import competencies from text with the plus sign. I'll click that, and there's a place for me to paste my competencies. So I'll go to my Word document and I'll copy them, and I'll come in and I'll paste them. And there's one more step. In the lower left, you have to click process text. So I'll do that. And it converts them into statements that can be competencies. I can select either by clicking the box in the upper left to select them all, or I could check the ones I'd like to be included. So I wanted them all. I'll click Add Selected Items, and they are added to my list. Now, when you do it this way, the domain and levels aren't selected for you. Another thing is if you had a bullet point or numbering system, those will appear here, so you'll have to clean those up. So to do that, you'd click Edit to the left, and then you could remove the number or the bullet right there. The other thing you're going to want to do is check the level of your verb just to make sure that you're at the correct level. So I'll click Search. This is psychomotor, so it doesn't list the level. I will apply the verb, and it chooses the domain for me, and then I can save it. We'll edit the next one, and I will type in my verb, click Search, and it gives me that level. I will apply the verb and save it. And so I've just checked all of my verbs. My competencies look good. So I think I'm feeling good about my competencies, and I'm done with them. So I'm going to click Save and Close so I remember to save them. And I've just entered my competencies.